Now you had your mercury amalgam fillings removed.
Yeah.
That's next for me. I really want to do that. Mercury.
I know.
I forgive you, parents, but why? Why did you do this to me? I mean, I've got so many mercury fillings in my mouth. Like substantial reports of people who've gotten their mercury fillings out, the next day their depression is gone. I don't know this, but I've heard that at the dentist there's, all sorts of toxic, skull and crossbones on the mercury and whatnot, and there's all sorts of procedure that you have to follow, and and dentists are major mercury polluters in our water too.
Do you know that dentists have the highest suicidal rate?
That's incredible.
Among doctors. And they are highly, if they're males, they're sterile, and if they're females, they're infertile.
Wow.
Highly.
Wow. Do you know what causes the infertility? Is it the chemicals? Or?
It's the chemical.
Last time I traveled to the airport, I went for the pat down. They tried to push me in that machine. It scared me. It was just kind of like, I don't know, the way it swept around, I don't know. It didn't seem right.
They don't look out for your health. They don't.
Quite the contrary. They are trying to make us sick. They are trying to make us sick. And they're doing an excellent job at it. They're trying to make us sick. They're trying to make us infertile. That's a big thing about what GMOs is. They say like after 3 generations of feeding rats GMOs, they can't have babies anymore.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails. They're trying to make us sick, Roxy. Have I mentioned that?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you seen the sky lately?
Las Vegas. Now it's strange because I moved out to Vegas, and when I came out here about 6 months ago, I was just so in awe of how blue the sky was. Coming from California where the sky is always overcast. I'm not sure what their intentions are. I don't know. I think maybe it is some kind of mind control because I don't know. Some David Icke things suggest that it has to do with HAARP too, and all that plays into your emotions.
And the temperature shift.
I drove around mid-February in my convertible with my top down, and granted it's Las Vegas, but still, like I was told it was going to be cold in the winter, and it's February, and I'm tank top, it's unnatural. I'm really scared what's going to happen come the summer. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, is it going to be 150 degrees? When I moved to Vegas, it was 119. It was 119 that week, so I'm ready for it. But what scares you the most?
It scares me the most that one of our documentary videos you sent me about how they're brainwashing kids now into thinking that chemtrails are naturally occurring in nature.
What was the movie? Over the Hedge or Over the Fence or something like that? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's cartoons. They're slicing. Well, not slicing. They're drawing in chemtrails going in the background. Just so it's natural that this is something we've always thought. Well, of course, it's in this movie. Of course, I think I cried when I saw that because it is just so incredibly sinister and insidious. It's sick. If I'm going to change the world by showing people this is how you do this. This is how you make your own laundry detergent. This is how you can say goodbye to your Windex.
And when you change the world, that's priceless. When you have changed somebody else's consciousness, when you have been able to do more than just make money, just doing it for doing it, you feel whole in your heart and you feel so blessed and fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely my calling. It's what I was meant to do. This feels right. But the term dharma is like what your purpose on this earth is, what your calling is. And from what I gathered from one Deepak Chopra book I read was you find your dharma by doing what you are best at, what you do better than anyone else in this world. And so that's really like trying to find my calling to that. And I don't know, I couldn't consider myself like a jack of all trades. Like, I'm good at a lot of little things. I can cook, I can be nice to people, I can give good customer service, so I've got lots of little things that, but I really I feel like it's nothing if I can't change. I have to make a change. And absolutely raising the world's consciousness is a big, that's like the basis of it, so I'm sure you feel the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's your way of doing it? Like, what do you do better than anyone else? You're a really good teacher. You just gave me an excellent yoga lesson. Yeah.
Well, I love belly dancing, yoga, gardening, worms, kombucha.
Make excellent kombucha, yes.
Love cooking. Well, we're now starting into raw veganism. We have to do more recipes and get them out there for more people to enjoy them and get creative in the kitchen.
Trade of art systems, yes, absolutely. Art lessons for yoga lessons and kombucha for dinner and, all sorts of, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we all have certain things, and, I don't really like doing dishes, and you love doing dishes, and, there's certain, trade.
We're trying to get money out of the picture.
It's not serving any of us.
No. And value, there's no value. What's the value of money? It's just
It only has value because we give it value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We give it value.
When we realize it's nothing more than kindling, then it'll be worth kindling. So.
Exactly. I do more with providing a service. I can give you a massage. I could massage. We have so many talents that we came to Earth with. It's just about using it and sharing it with everybody else.
My aha moment that money is bullshit was when I needed a strainer, and it was a Sunday, so Salvation Army was closed. Otherwise, I'd have a strainer per quarter. But I was at Smith's, and I went to get a strainer, and I realized that there was a couple different selections. One strainer didn't really have much of a handle, and that one was really inexpensive. I think that one was not really inexpensive. It was a strainer. It was like a $10 strainer. But then for $15 or $18, you get one with a handle. And it was a piece of metal mesh over a piece of plastic with a handle. It was no moving parts. And how do you justify $20 or $18 or $10 or even more than $2? And I realized that I could pay 50 cents, or I could pay, $14.50 more and get it at Smith's. And who's that money going to? I don't want where that money is going. Wake up, people! Wake up! Yeah.